From Francis Gaido exposing Nuruddin Haji.
You can abduct children. You can abduct our children. You can abduct us. Because who the do you think you are?
To Nuru Okanga versus Osa Sudi.
Msenge sana wewe.
Wewe ndio senge.
Usitukane rais wewe.
Wewe ndio senge bwana.
Was Senator Okiya Omtata bribed?
I was offered. How much? 10 million. They paid a deposit of 7 million to people.
Message to Kenyans.
Every time you've been told God chose a president, later you cried.
We are coming for you.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm of today and my name is Elvis Derry. Before we start today's episode, Kenyans, do you remember these words?
All sovereign powers belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be, underline the word in shall, mandatory, be exercised only in accordance with this constitution. The people may, optional, may, optional. That is it, Your Honor.
In simple terms, Kenyans, the Kenyan people may exercise their sovereign power either directly or through the democratically elected leaders. And this statement, it is protected and supported under Article 33 of the Kenyan Constitution, freedom of expression. And even what I'm doing right now with the media, I am protected under Article 34 of the Kenyan Constitution, freedom of media. And also you as the viewer watching this video right now, you are supported and protected under Article 35 of the Kenyan Constitution, freedom and to access of information. So Kenyans, in that case, when the GenZs occupy the Kenyan parliament and other government offices in Nairobi and other counties in Kenya, do you think that the president of Kenya, William Ruto, should have resigned with immediate effect? Do you think that in that moment he should have stepped down from power? Listen to what Robert Alai had to say.
Sazile umevamia parliament.
Yeah.
In fact, in a good country,
yes,
rais anafaa kuwa resign.
Oh. Okay.
In a good country.
Yes.
So Mheshimiwa Ruto,
so he should have gone.
He should have gone immediately.
Yeah. Walipovamia bunge.
Because unajua state house inaweza kuwa hata kwa nyumba yako.
Yeah.
Inaweza kuwa hata juu ya mti. State house can be anywhere.
Okay.
But parliament is the symbol of authority in a civilian government.
Yes.
So vile parliament ilivamiwa.
Yes.
Ilitingisa nguvu ya serikali.
Okay.
So comrades, before we continue, just take a look at this rare footage of how the GenZs injected, exercising their constitutional rights by occupying the Kenyan parliament buildings. Take a look.
Let's go. Yo, that's shooting, man. That's shooting. Yo, they're shooting, man. They're shooting at us. They're shooting. What? Live bullets. Why not to shoot, man? Why are you shooting? Why? Yeah, Nani. Bro, I'm shooting at us. I'm fucking shooting at us, man. It's a bullet. Headshot shot.
Nadi iko na damu chini. Nadi chini iko na damu. Piga hapo.
Napiga.
Ni kamera.
Headshots. Kamera headshots.
They've killed somebody, guys. This is a headshot right here.
Amazing, amazing. I salute all the Gen Zs out there. I salute parents to Gen Zs. I salute you. Like the Gen Zs occupy that day. The Gen Zs are fearless that day. The Gen Zs, they never backed down. They never gave up. And they continued fighting despite the challenges that faced them. And for those who lost their lives during that day, may their souls rest in eternal peace. And we will never stop talking about it. We will never stop being vocal about it. And we will keep on fighting till justice is served.
They're shooting at us, man. As a parliament. So like you can hear like this man are actually shooting like live bullets, man. Shooting live bullets. Don't forget.
Dear Kenyans, did you know that the Gen Zs have the power to decide on who is going to be the next president in this country? Did you know that the Gen Zs have the power to decide and even destabilize this country if they wanted to? But it seems like some politicians are taking it lightly. They are underestimating the power of the Gen Zs. They think this is a joke. The Gen Zs are just joking. Even to the point where the president of Kenya, William Ruto, he went to the public space to humiliate and to talk down on the Gen Zs. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Hawa watu ya makelele hii wanasumbua, wanapiga makelele sijui mitandao wapi. Hawa watu wako na kazi ngumu sana. Kushindana na mimi, wako na kazi ngumu. Wako na kibarua kubwa sana. Na bado mimi napanga tu kazi. Siku yenye tunaangaliana ati siasa kwa maneno. Sasa mimi nawauliza watu wa Kakamega. Hawa watu wanajua vile hii mpango ya miwa inapangwa? Wanajua? Hata wanajua Mumia siko wapi? Mumesikia wakiongea mambo ya barabara? Mumesikia wakiongea mambo ya stima? Mumesikia wakiongea chochote? Si mambo yao ni kuchora tu kwa internet na kuzunguka na fitina. Hawa watu tawanyorosha asubuhi na mapema.
So, to the Kenyan government, one thing you should know is that the Gen Zs are here to stay and the Gen Zs are not going anywhere. Despite the torture, the killings and the abductions of our fellow comrades, of our fellow Gen Zs, every day when you watch the news, somebody was abducted, somebody was killed, a Gen Z body was found in the mortuary. But this will not stop us. We will continue being vocal and fighting for the rights and the freedom of this country until the day Ruto must go comes to pass. We will not stop being vocal. And let me tell you, Kenyans, since the Gen Z protests started, since the Gen Z started becoming vocal in this country, even it has forced companies to start evaluating on how they conduct their businesses. Let's listen to this.
You can know Gen Z from two things. Huh? Yeah. Number one, Gen Z are very, very vocal about their rights. They are the only Kenyans who say, my rights. My rights. Msaki wa job, anakuambia my rights. In fact, I didn't go to work today because it wasn't giving. Honestly. Yeah?
Alafu wako very expressive. One expressive ni mbaya sana.
Which is a good thing and a bad thing.
It's a good. What's bad about it?
It's a good thing because it has forced companies to reevaluate. Because this is the generation now that's checking. It's because they're finishing, they're entering union clearing. They're checking into the workforce. Yeah. And from what I've seen, it's forcing guys to reevaluate. Your design guys are like, how are we going to deal with these guys? Right? Now, the problem is most companies have gone hard on the giving guys pizza, but kuwapatia mshahara fiti.
Shout out to our former company.
Maze pizza
that's
instead of a good salary.
Even a bleached government spokesperson by the name of Isaac Maura, he came on to ask the Gen Zs to stop sending emails to foreign governments. But let me tell you, Kenyans, the Gen Zs injected. Recently, the Gen Zs sent thousands of emails to the Netherlands royal family, urging King Willem Alexander and Queen Maxima not to dare visit Kenya after these two individuals accepted President Ruto's invite. And let me tell you, Kenyans, if they dared visit Kenya, they will have seen hell on earth. It is good for them that they never came to Kenya. They never dared to visit this country. Just listen to what Isaac Mwaura, government spokesperson, had to say.
Kuna wachache ambao wangelipenda kuharibia hii nchi sifa kwa vizingizio kwamba hakuna usalama. Na tunaona pia Wakenya, na ningependa kuwarai Wakenya wenzangu, wengine wanaanza kuandika hizi barua huko, barua pepe, wakienda kushtumu serikali katika asasi za kimataifa. Haitokufaidi wewe Mkenya. Ni vizuri hata kama tuna tofauti zetu za hapa mchini, lakini katika kiwango cha kimataifa tuonyeshane kwamba tupo pamoja. Wengine hata wanaanza kusema kwamba wageni mashuhuri wasije kutembelea nchi hii. Itakufaidi nini wewe Mkenya kwamba unasema kwamba yani huienzi nchi yako? Hamna nchi yoyote ambayo haina tofauti zake.
Kenianen doen op social media en in de kranten daar een beroep op het koningspaar om het staatsbezoek in maart af te zeggen. Volgens hen is het bezoek aan Kenia bedoeld om het imago van president William Ruto op te poetsen. Ruto krijgt veel kritiek vanwege mensenrechten schendingen. Veel meer daarover op de site en in de app.
Since the GenZs occupied the Kenyan parliament, it seems like the Kenyan government is scared of the GenZs. And currently, sources claim that the Kenyan government is trying to relocate the Kenyan parliament from Nairobi to a different county. And currently, different counties are fighting on who will host the new Kenyan parliament. Listen to what the Villager 254 had to say.
Parliament inahamishwa kutoka Nairobi, wadau. So I hear counties are fighting who will host it. Atu yanahamisha kutoka Nairobi kwa sababu ya GenZs. Wanaogopa mkuje kuingia huko tena. GenZ ni kina nani? Watakomboa magari Nairobi, wataenda kwa hiyo city mumeenda. Na sasa saa hivi wataingia kabisa na wataharibu kila kitu. Okay, GenZs, si mko na nguvu. Si mko na nguvu. What? Parliament inahamishwa. Ungesikia hiyo wewe? Bas, umejua.
So whether the government relocates the Kenyan parliament to a different county, as long as that parliament is in the Kenyan territory, let me tell you, we'll continue injecting. The people may, the people may, the people will, and the people shall. Hey!
The people may, optional, may, optional.
Even the governor of Kisumu County, he came on to stand with the GenZs and to stand with the victims of abductions, the victims of torture and killing. He went on to narrate his story on how he was abducted and tortured during the Moi era. Just listen to how he narrates his story.
You might be wondering why I came to stand with the victims of abductions. I want to tell you that as we were struggling for the second liberation, we were quite often abducted from our homes. They put you in a police Land Rover, they tie your eyes, put you at the back, lying on the back of the police Land Rover, and they drive you in town, sometimes around about for so many times. And finally, when they have driven you for a long time, you feel the Land Rover going down into a hole. And then it stops somewhere. When you come out, they push you in a room whose walls are black and water on the floor, and they lock you in there. That was Nyayo House. And in the morning, they will come and pick you up, take you to the 23rd floor, and you see about 8 men looking very mean, interviewing you. And they will tell you that if you don't answer our questions, we are on the 23rd floor, we'll drop you to Kenyatta Avenue, and of course you will die. So you must answer our questions. That thing can go on for weeks, because we are very resilient. And then finally, you are either released or they take you to detention. This happened to me several times.
Do you remember how the former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, was impeached? He was impeached in a blink of an eye. He was never even given time and space to breathe. And let me tell you, Kenyans, some senators, some members of parliament, some politicians, they were bribed up to 10 million shillings each to participate in the impeachment of the former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. Let's listen to what Senator Okiya Omtata had to say about this.
I was offered, how much? 10 million. They paid a deposit of 7 million to people and 3 million after the voting.
Ukawacha 10 million.
Niliwacha hiyo 10 million.
Okay, ile 7.
Sio 10 ni 7 plus 3.
No, si 7 ni depo.
Yeah, hiyo sasa ilikuwa uchukue depo na wende. And me, I say this thing, one thing I said is that an innocent man, even the devil, give him his due. The Katiba is very clear that the procedure for impeaching the president shall apply to the deputy president with the necessary amendments. And I said, we, even the National Assembly, did not get out the necessary amendments for impeaching this man.
To be honest, comrades, to be honest, Kenyans and GenZs at large, the only language that this government understands is violence. Violence. Violence is the language they only understand. Listen to what the member of the National Assembly of Kenya, Johana Ngeno Kipyegon, had to say.
Ati kwa sababu unapenda sisi. William Samoei Ruto, waje nikwambie, mapenzi hatutaki. Mapenzi pelekea bibi yako. Ambia William Samoei mapenzi yapelekea nani? Sisi watu ya Narok tuko na Mwenyezi Mungu ambaye ako juu. Anatuchunga na anatupenda. Juzi bibi yako alikuwa anaombaomba makanisani mpaka anapiga magoti. Hata Mwenyezi Mungu amrehemu. Akiomba leo, kesho unafanya dhambi nyingine. Akiomba kesho unafanya dhambi nyingine. Kwa nini unafanyika kazi ngumu bibi yako? Kwa nini hata wewe usihurumie bibi yako? Anakuombea kila siku. Hata mpaka mimi mwenyewe nahurumia yeye, sijui hata naambia yeye. Nilikuwa nimeandikia yeye SMS ratio. Hii bwana yako hii, afadhali waachane na yeye mpaka kura iishe ndio mrudiane. Hii atakupeleka motoni.
We all know Musalia Mudavadi. Yeye bure shibe ako sawa. But anyway, that is a story for another day. Let us continue. The African National Coalition grassroots leaders, they have abandoned Musalia Mudavadi after he decided to merge with Ruto's party. Can you imagine that? He decided to merge with Ruto's party. This is another level of betrayal. And Kenyans, do you think that betrayers and backstabbers deserve to have any kind of power in this country?
We worked hard to build a party whose ideology and vision we believed in. We note that the top leadership of the party has allowed itself and our party to be swallowed up by our competitors. At first, we thought that we were together on a public mission. We see that this was not the case. Our brothers and sisters have allowed our party to be swallowed up without even the basic courtesy of consulting us. While we don't know where and why they have gone, we wish them well, but we want to be emphatic that we will not go with them. We refuse to be part of this journey to the unknown.
Thika Town constituency, parliamentary aspirant by the name of Francis Gaido, he came out to reveal some hidden truths about a Kenyan politician by the name of Nurdin Haji. And let me tell you, Kenyans, I was shocked beyond words with what Francis Gaido had to say. Let's listen to this.
You can abduct children. You can abduct our children. You can abduct us. Because who the f do you think you are? Because you went for some crash courses. You went for some holiday tuition to study Hitler, to study Nazi era domination and subjugation of populations through intelligence tactics. Nurdin Haji, if you look at the history of his father was called Mohammed Yusuf Haji. He was a long time provincial commissioner of the Rift Valley province. If you look at the Akiumi report, if you look at the other Truth and Justice report by Justice Kriegler from South Africa, all of them mention and cite, mention adversely Nurdin Haji's father. Nurdin Haji's father was a perpetrator of war crimes and genocide, forceful eviction, internal displacement. He particularly targeted communities like Kikuyu, like Luhya, like Luo, like Kisii, forcefully evicting them from Rift Valley at the instigation of Daniel Arap Moi.
In the highest, biggest, and fastest growing economies in the world, they run their businesses 24/7, day and night, from Monday to Sunday. There's no resting. That's why they're beating us. They're showing us dust every day. And do you think that this kind of system should also be implemented in Kenya? Listen to this.
Sahi ni saa 9:30, niko Nairobi CBD. Angalia. Huku watu ambao wameamka peke yake ni wale watu wana travel. Wana biashara wamelala. Na hii ni capital city. Jeffrey Musiri ulinyima permit. Watu wa Nairobi kama mtaki kufanya biashara mpewe wale watu wenye kwa jobless. Muwape hizo mabiashara zenyu. Saa 9 na bado mtu amelala kwa nyumba. Muamke muache mchezo. Watu wa Nairobi nyinyi.
Living in Kenya, you seriously need to have a PhD in self-control, anger management, and toughness. Even in the most expensive neighborhoods in Nairobi, Kilimani, the residents there are suffering and crying every day to the government because of the poor state of the roads. And yet, what is the government doing? And I'm also wondering, what is the county government of Nairobi and the Kenyan Urban Roads Authority doing to fix this issue? Take a look.
This is Kilimani, and you heard me right. Yes, this is Kilimani, and this is the sad state of roads in Kilimani right now, and it's even getting more and more worse every day. It's very unfortunate that a real estate neighborhood like Kilimani will have this kind of infrastructure. The county government of Nairobi, Kenya Urban Roads Authority, and the government as whole has failed us in Kilimani and in so many other parts of Nairobi as well. And especially unfortunate for Kilimani because Kilimani is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Kenya. For an acre in Kilimani, you have to part ways with over 400 million. Otherwise, guys, this is my one-bedroom Airbnb in Kilimani. If you're looking for one of the best, beautiful, clean, well-finished, well-furnished Airbnbs in Kilimani, just call or contact me on this number. It's well-finished, it's very clean in a serene and clean area, far from most of the noise, but still close to all the malls, shopping centers, Chandaria and the rest. And also you get amazing view from the 13th floor. I also have 2-bedroom and a studio, so call me if you need one.
Even our own airport, our own international airport, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, is also not spared under this regime.
Anyway, Jomo Kenyatta looks like a warehouse. Tell me why Jomo Kenyatta looks like a warehouse, my lord.
The National Committee, tasked with refining the university funding model, they have failed miserably since its inauguration in September 2024. And currently Kenyans, frustration is mounting among university students. And the students have said and have declared that this useless committee is ineffective. Just take a look at how comrades injected.
Power! Congress, wisdom! Wisdom! Comrade man is not a boy! Hey. Comrade power! Power! Comrade power! Power! We are tired with this committee. This government don't have priorities. Yes. If education is the equalizer and everywhere they go they are talking about education, yes, then they should put funds to this committee so that we can finish all these things. Yes. Because till today, this is the 8th week, we are still planning for the program of everything. Yes. And online meeting. This committee is incompetent and is not showing any seriousness. Congress power. Power.
At Bunge la Mwananchi, I believe it's in Jacaranda grounds, Nuru Okanga has endorsed Raila's appointment or motion hour, declaring that he will be vying for current MCA ward seat. In that statement, underline the word Raila. Anyway, just listen to this endorsement.
Nataka nishukuru Moshi kwa sababu pia yeye ameamua jinsi nilijitoza kwa kiwanja 2027 pale nyumbani, majaliwa Mwenyezi Mungu kwa Raila Ward na iendea, na pia namshukuru kwa kuamua kwenda pale Karen kupambana na wale matajiri. Mimi nataka niambie wana Karen ya kwamba uongozi si pesa na si masomo. Uongozi ni hekima. Ukipewa hekima utaongoza watu kwa njia mzuri. Ukiangalia katika Biblia, Suleimani alipoulizwa na Mungu, ungependa nikupee nini? Suleimani alisema, akajibu kwa unyenyekevu akasema, I need wisdom. Wisdom ni hekima. So sisi kama bunge la mwananchi ama sisi kama vijana Kenya mzima, licha ya kukosa masomo, licha ya kukosa nini, lakini tunaamini ya kwamba Mungu ametupea hekima na ametupea akili na maarifa, ya kwamba tukipewa nafasi kwa serikali ambayo inakuja 2027 sisi tutaenda kudeliver.
After the endorsement speech, Nuru Kanga, Kennedy Songasonga, and almost 1 hour, they were allegedly abducted and dumped inside the bush. Let's listen to how they narrate their story.
Tulikuwa pale Kenyatta tukienda kutetea wa Kenya, tukiangalia mambo ya SHA na SHI kama inafanya kazi. Na from nowhere tulipoenda pale attention ikawa juu, tukachukuliwa tukaweka kwa masubaru. Mimi sikuwa najua niko kwa Subaru gani. Pia tuko hapa na Songasonga, tuko hapa na Omosh, na tuko na huzuni kwa sababu kama tunaweza tokea kwenda kuangalia venye maisha ya Wakenya inaendelea, tunafika Kenyatta tunapelekwa mbio. Sasa hata hapa mimi sijui niko wapi. Na mimi nataka nishukuru watu wa media kwa sababu wale watu wa media tulikuwa na wao, kumbe walikuwa wamefocus. Na tulikuwa na mmoja wetu alikuwa pale na gari, walikuwa pia wamefocus na walikuwa chonjo. So venye ile gari ilikuwa inaenda, walikuwa wanajaribu kutufuata na ikashindikana. Na tumetupwa na tukapiga simu kwa sababu simu zetu pia zilichukuliwa, lakini wakaangalia wakaona hawa vijana pia walikuwa wanakuja kuangalia. Yangu wameenda nayo. Ya Umoshi ndio wameenda nayo, but yangu imewashinda kwa sababu yangu ni ya mkopo.
Later on, Nuru Kanga was live addressing his followers, but instead of him ignoring and not arguing with a fool, he decided to go head on with Oscar Sudi, exchanging words on live. Let's listen to this conversation.
Mwanamke, kila siku natokeanga mimi ni mwanamke.
Msenge sana wewe.
Wewe ndio senge.
Usitukane rais wewe.
Wewe ndio senge bwana. Tumeona marais wangapi?
Rais ni mama yako.
Tumeona marais wangapi?
Rais ni mama yako.
Tumeona marais wangapi?
Wewe tafuta pesa usindie familia yako.
Na kuuliza tumeona marais wangapi? Hata Moi alikuwa rais, Kenyatta alikuwa rais, Kibaki amekuwa rais, Uhuru amekuwa rais. Kwani huyu wenu wa Sogoi ndio gold ametoka juu akaanguka chini? Mami na zenu nyinyi.
Kama ni rais
kwendeni huko.
Patie rais yes.
Huyu wa Sogoi ndiye amekuwa rais wa kwanza Kenya. Ama Kenya imepata uhuru jana, Ruto akaingia kuwa rais.
Sasa ndiye rais.
Tumeona rais wengi bwana, acheni ujinga mnatusumbua nayo hapa. Acheni ujinga. Utandike mama yako. Mimi ni bibi yako utatandika.
Mimi nitakutandika vibaya sana.
Utandike nani? Bila alishenzi wewe. Mimi si bibi yako. Nitakutandika.
Kenyans are giving the government sleepless nights every day. The people decided to shut down Mumias West Member of Parliament Johnson Manya in Ruto's presence after he decided to call for Ruto's re-election. Let's take a look at this video of how Kenyans rejected and injected.
Watu ambao wanasema Ruto 2027 mkono juu. Mimi sipigangi siasa, mimi napiga kura. Na Mbuyu anarudi bunge 2027.
It is quite clear that Kenyans are not boarding and there will be no re-election that will be taking place in the year 2027. And this is the only message I can leave you with. Listen to this.
This is what I urge Kenyans. Kenyans, I want you to know one thing. This one thing you must know. God will not choose your president for you. God has never chosen a president for Kenya. Every time you've been told God chose a president, later you cried. It is these very unscrupulous leaders, useless leaders, wicked leaders who pay prophets. They buy prophets to prophesy they are from God, yet they are not from God. If they were from God, why do you cry after they assume office? God will not choose your president for you. Rise up and choose your president. You are first a Kenyan. The politicians have made you believe that you are first a Luo before you are a Kenyan. You are first a Kalenjin before you are a Kenyan. You are first a Kikuyu before you are a Kenyan. Kenyans can change it. You are first a Kenyan before you are a Luo. You are first a Kenyan before you are a Kikuyu. You are first a Kenyan before you are a Kalenjin. You are first a Kenyan before you are a Kamba. Please, don't see yourself with your tribe. Identify with your country and help heaven take these evil politicians from the leadership of this nation. May God bless Kenya. May God bless Kenyans.
Let us all not be threatened that politics is a dirty game. It is upon you and I to make the right decision in the coming election in the year 2027. Anyway, take a look at some of these Gen Z skits.
I'm a Gen Z in corporate. Of course, my work day is from 9 to 5. At 5,
laptop closed. I'm a Gen Z working in corporate. Of course, I can't take any job that requires me to work in the office for 5 whole days. Kwani what's remote working? I'm a Gen Z working in corporate. By now, you need to know that I'm going to take mental health days. Probably 3 or so in 1 month. I'm a Gen Z working in corporate. Of course, after every international trip from the management, I'm going to expect the gifts. So you better bring those chocolates.
Kijana, do you know why I pulled you over? Miss G is how... What's happening? Oh, these other policemen are so boring. Gosh. Tumestopisha matatu hapa nyuma. Guess what? Ebu wait. 12 people kwa 5-seater. Sherehe iko wapi? Okay, anyway, mtanisho sherehe iko wapi? So, as I was saying, is to the matatu. So this matatu guy is speeding. Like, I mean, this guy is taking off. And then so he's like, let me give you some moolah, then you guys let me go. Yeah, imagine he said that. Guess what this guy removes from his pocket? 100 shillings. Like, hata ningetaka kuchanga mzinga. 100 bob. Are you serious? Do I have a gun? Yeah. Jokes. No, kita. Anyway, I just wanted to tell someone about my day. It's been quite boring. So, yeah. Mnataka nisahau, unajua mnaenda sherehe, mnisonge.
Na by the way, Ruto ako karibu kukufa. Unajua kenye namaanisha? Alikuwa anapeangwa damu na akaambiwa na daktari zimebakia 3 months. Hakuna damu nyingine atawekwa juu mwili imekataa. Kama si pesa angekuwa alienda kitambo sana. That's why unaona ana ruin maisha yetu. Watoto wake ameweka kwa business, ameweka mtoto wake akona hizi ma forward. Yani anaweka familia yake kwa mali yote. Ndio maana anatutesa. But namuombea akuwe salama na
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. I'm your host, Elvis Derry. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.